A warrior was born in a yurt in the middle of the steppe. The first sound, the howl of wolves. The first smell, mare's milk and smoke. You were tied to a saddle before you learned to walk. You fall, you get up. You fall again, get up again. The steppe knows no pity. Weak children die in winter. This is not cruelty, it is selection. Your first bow at age 3, to shoot from the saddle at 5, to hit a target at full gallop at 7. You hunt marmots, then wolves, then people. There's almost no difference. Food. Your horse is more important than your wife. A wife will bear new children. A horse will save your life. You have 5 horses. You change them at a gallop. The enemy is tired. You are fresh. Kurultai, the great Khan speaks. Heaven has given us the whole world. Whoever did not submit is an enemy of heaven. Do you believe? Tengri watches from above, the eternal blue sky. It does not forgive cowards. The year 1206, Temujin became Genghis Khan, the shaker of the universe. He united the tribes with blood and cunning. Yesterday's enemies are today's brothers. Whoever betrayed is dead. Yasa, the law of the steppe. Killed a Mongol? Death. Stole a horse? Death. Urinated in water? Death. A coward in battle? Death for the entire 10. You are responsible for 9 brothers. They are responsible for you. There are no deserters, nowhere to run. The horde is a family. To men, 10,000 horsemen, 1,000, 100, 10. Everyone knows their place. An order flies from the Khan to the last warrior in minutes. No army in the world even dreamed of such a thing. The arrow. You carry 60 arrows, light ones for long range, heavy ones with a broadhead for close combat, whistling ones for signals and tarot. The enemy hears the whistle and wets his pants. Your bow is not a toy, composite, horn, wood, sinew. Gluing it is a year's work. Draw weight, 75 kilograms. A European knight could not draw it. You shoot backward at full gallop, the Parthian shot. The enemy thinks you're fleeing. The enemy is dead. Armor. A silk shirt under a leather cuirass. An arrow enters the silk, but does not pierce it. The fabric stretches. It's easy to pull the arrowhead out. The wound does not fester. Chinese trick. We stole it along with the engineers. Camp. No baggage train, no tents, no kitchens. You sleep in the saddle, eat in the saddle. A kek. Dried meat under the saddle. Your horse warms and cooks your food simultaneously. Hunger. You cut your horse's vein, drink the blood, and ride on. The horse will survive, and you will survive. Khwarezm. The Shah killed the Khan's envoys. This is not an insult, it is suicide. Genghis does not forgive. 200,000 Mongols against a 1,000,000-strong empire. They laughed in vain. Tactics. You don't storm walls head-on. You pretend to be weak. You flee, the enemy pursues. You flee for 1 day, 2, 3. The enemy is tired, stretched out. You turn around. Encirclement. The cauldron, Tulukma, a classic of the steppe. Siege. You don't know how to take fortresses, but you learn. Chinese engineers build you catapults. Persian tunnels. You drive prisoners to the walls first. Let the defenders kill their own. Psychology. Cheaper than stones. The city fell. You enter the gates. Massacre. No. First sorting. Artisans to the left, they will live. Beautiful women to the right, they will bear children. The rest into the pit. You are not a sadist, you are practical. The dead do not rebel. Pyramids of skulls. This is not madness, it is advertisement. The next city sees and surrenders without a fight. Fear saves arrows. Baghdad, city of caliphs, center of the world. Hulagu brought the horde. The caliph laughed. Allah will protect. He did not. The year 1258, the walls fell in 2 weeks. Libraries burned so fiercely the Tigris turned black from ash, then red from blood. 1,000,000 corpses. The caliph was wrapped in a carpet and trampled by horses. A Mongol does not spill royal blood on the ground. That is respect. Our way. Communication. Yam. Postal stations every 40 kilometers. A courier rides day and night, changes horses, does not change pace. A message flies from Beijing to the Volga in 2 weeks. For Chinese emperors, it took months. The Khan knows everything. The Khan is everywhere. You watch your neighbor watches you. There are no spies, because everyone is a spy. The Khan's gifts. You get a share of the loot. Silk from China, gold from Persia, slaves from Rus. You became richer than any European baron. Yesterday you were a shepherd. Today you have 10 wives and a herd of 1,000 head. Social mobility. Next level, the mounted horde. Rus. Princes squabble among themselves. They don't believe in the threat from the east. Khalkha. 1223. Reconnaissance in force. We killed them all. The princes were laid under floorboards, and we sat feasting on top. They suffocated to the sound of the victor's laughter. This is not cruelty, it is a message. Ryazan, 1237. The city did not surrender. The city vanished. All dead. All. We left no one, not even the dogs. The army moves on. Vladimir, Moscow, Kiev. Cities fall like dominoes. Resistance is useless. Submission is the only chance to live. You collect yasak, tribute, in furs, silver, people. Every 10th youth goes to the horde. They will become warriors or slaves. The choice is theirs. Europe. Legnica, 1241. Polish knights go on the attack. Beautiful, heavy, slow. You flee. They chase. You turn around. Arrows fly into the slits of their visors. Horses fall. Knights lie like overturned turtles. You dismount and cut their straps. Easy work. Henry the Pious is dead. His head is carried on a spear so others can see. Smell. You are used to it. Unwashed bodies, horse sweat, rotting corpses. For you, it is the smell of victory. Europeans vomit. They call us savages. We call them weaklings. Vienna is close. Europe trembles. And then, the great Khan died, Ogadai. All the princes must return to the Kurultai to choose a new Khan. You turn your horse east. Europe exhaled. They think God saved them. No, Mongol politics saved them. Grass. Europe has little grass. Horses starve. The horde cannot live without the steppe. This is not defeat, it is logistics. Crisis. Khans fight for power. Chinggisids kill each other. The empire cracks. You don't know who to serve. Yesterday's Khan, today's corpse. You choose a side. Guessed right, you live. Guessed wrong, your whole family in slavery. Plague. 1346. Kaffa, a Genoese fortress. We cannot take it by storm. The commander orders to catapult plague corpses over the walls. Biological weapon. The Genoese flee on ships. They carry the plague to Europe. The Black Death killed 1/3 of the continent. We didn't want that. We just wanted to win. Disintegration, the Golden Horde, the Chagatai Ulus, the Ilkhanate, the Yuan Empire. 4 fragments of the great empire. You serve the Khan of your Ulus. He does not remember Genghis. He drinks kumis and grows fat in his palace. Tokhtamish versus Timur the Lame, the conqueror. He is not a Chinggisid, but he is more terrible than any Khan. His army is a modernized horde. Our methods turned against us. 1395, the horde is defeated. Sarai burned. The great city on the Volga turned to ash. You flee to the steppe. Your great-grandfathers conquered the world. You hide from enemies in the same steppe they came from. The end of the horde. It broke into khanates. Kazan, Astrakhan, Crimea, Siberia, small predators instead of the great wolf. You serve the Crimean Khan. Raids on Rus. Slaves are the main commodity. You catch peasants and sell them in Kaffa. Turks pay in gold. Slave trade is all that remains of the empire. 1552. Kazan fell. Ivan the Terrible took the city. Now we are subjects of the Russian Tsar. Strange to serve those whom your ancestors trampled with horses. Nogais, Bashkirs, Siberian Tatars, all bowed. The horde became part of Russia. Irony, Crimea holds out the longest. A Turkish protectorate. We still raid Moscow. 1571. Khan Devlet I Girai burned the city. The last triumph of the steppe, but it is agony. Gunpowder defeats arrows. Rifles shoot farther than bows. Stone fortresses don't burn. We are no longer terrifying. We are a relic. 1783. Russia annexed Crimea. The last Khanate fell 577 years after Genghis. The empire that owned half the world vanished into history textbooks. Who were you? A horseman of the apocalypse for some? A unifier of Eurasia for others? You gave the world the Yam postal system, religious tolerance, and international trade. You also gave the world mountains of corpses, burned cities, and plague. Your genes remain in 1 in 16 Asian men. Genghis Khan left more descendants than any man in history. You vanished, but your blood flows in millions. Today, your descendants drive taxis in Ulaanbaatar, trade in the bazaars of Tashkent, and your great-great-grandson sits in a yurt with a solar panel on the roof and a smartphone in his hand. They don't remember you, but the steppe remembers. The wind carries dust over the burial mounds. Beneath them lie your brothers with bows that will never shoot again. The horde is gone, the legend remains. Who was more terrifying, the Mongol with an arrow or the knight with a sword? Subscribe to the channel.